there's a case to be made for Legday, right, being also a very violent event, I would say. Vigorous Steve here. Let's discuss off-label use for Oxytocin nasal sprays. A very niche topic, but stick around if you like to train hard, because I might have found a new way for you to finish whatever leftover Oxytocin nasal spray you have laying around the house. Now, I've been experimenting with that for the last couple of weeks to see if oxytocin can improve libido or induce libido, sex drive, sexual functioning, sexual activity, right? All the good stuff that we want out of a compound like this, which unfortunately doesn't seem to be the case for myself and everybody that I've talked to. Oxytocin nasal spray seems to be ineffective regarding the sexual activity, which is unfortunate. But luckily we have PT141 and Vyleesi, and nowadays there's also PT141 nasal sprays, which do improve libido acutely. So I might make a separate video for that. Now, oxytocin is a bioidentical hormone secreted by the pituitary, produced in the hypothalamus, but secreted by the pituitary gland, and plays a role in social bonding, reproduction, childbirth, the period after childbirth, and is also secreted in response to sexual activity. So logically, you would say that oxytocin should have a benefit for libido. The production and secretion of oxytocin is regulated and controlled by a positive feedback mechanism. So in cases of childbirth, a little bit of oxytocin is secreted from the pituitary at the start of the contractions, which then signals for more oxytocin release, and additional oxytocin then shortens the frequency between contractions, but also heightens their intensity. So over time, this all builds up, resulting in childbirth. Now, there's a case to be made for Legday, right, being also a very violent event, I would say. Legday is probably the hardest workout you'll have during the week, right? Unless you're trying to bring up your back, in which case oxytocin nasal spray might also be applicable. But for the guys that need a little bit of a positive feedback during Legday, and I've experimented with this over the last couple of weeks, instead of taking your leftover oxytocin, for the sake of improving your libido, which it doesn't, consider taking about 500 to 750 IUs oxytocin intranasally about 1 hour before your Legday. It seems to have about a 2-hour half-life when taking intranasally. So you take it 1 hour before the workout. You head over to the gym, you start your workout, and this oxytocin that you just took nasally will promote further oxytocin release during your leg workout. So as you're doing contractions, but in the quads or the hamstrings for that matter, not in the uterus, right? Men don't have a uterus, but you're contracting your muscles. There's some oxytocin present, which promotes a further secretion of oxytocin, promoting this positive feedback and a reward system. So as you're progressing through the workout gets more enjoyable and more enjoyable. Of course, endorphins are being released, a little bit of a dopamine response in that sense. But I found that after dosing a little bit of oxytocin before the leg workout, you don't want to stop training, which is weird. Normally you kind of messed up, halfway through, and you persist because you have the logbook and you want to get a certain amount of volume and hypertrophy signal in during your quad and hamstring sessions. But let's be honest, somewhere halfway, most of us are kind of fucked. And then the rest is just a chore, right? And you might not give your all at the end of the workout unless you really enjoy the punishment, which I do in many cases. But sometimes you kind of fall off somewhere halfway. You got your main workouts in, and then the rest is not to maximum intensity. I'll be honest, sometimes I have those workouts where it's less than stellar. And I've been dosing this oxytocin pre-workouts. Every workout has been phenomenal, right? All the leg workouts. I've tried it before chest day. Don't really notice a difference. I tried it before back day, which I usually don't go so hard because I don't want to improve my back any further. It's already a very dominating and, overpowering body parts. But leg day, since I always need to go hard to bring my legs up, I found this Oxytocin nasal spray is highly beneficial. It makes the workout very, very enjoyable, and there's no dull moment, so to say. So whether I'm bonding with the hack squat or the leg extension machine, I'm not really sure. But I do feel that there's a reward system in place, and it makes the entire workout incredibly enjoyable. So for the guys, I don't expect any of you to make a purchase after watching this video. That's why it's going to be short. I don't expect anybody to frantically start searching for Oxytocin nasal sprays. I don't think it's worth the purchase, but if you have it laying around, consider dosing that before your heaviest workout of the week. And let me know down below in the comment section if you felt that workout suddenly became twice as enjoyable and you would be able to persist all the way through without any real hiccups. And for the guys that are actively coaching, if you have some entry-level clients, some weight loss clients that seem to struggle on leg day, maybe those guys can highly benefit from Oxytocin nasal spray. You tell them, 500 IUs, 750 IUs, maybe even more if they really struggle. Get a little bit of a positive reward system and feedback in place for them to really enjoy this leg workout and persist all the way through, so they can grind through that hardest workout of the week and turn those skinny legs into somewhat impressive legs. Now everybody wins, your client gets a better physique, and they stay with you for a longer period of time while you're coaching them because they get the results. And all they needed was a little bit of positive affirmation in the form of oxytocin pre-workout. Some food for thought. I'll leave it at that. Short video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're looking for the most comprehensive guides to bodybuilding pharmacology, you can find the ebooks on my website, vigorsteve.com/shop. Personalized advice always available through consultations. You can find the rates in the consultations section. Follow me on Instagram at vigorsteve. Oxytocin frontal bicep for the Vigorous crew. I hope you enjoy your next leg day. And if not, well, you might need to double dip and add another compound on top to make that leg day super duper enjoyable. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.